Sairam everyone. Children, in your previous videos, chapters, in your previous topics, you all have studied various modes of asexual reproduction. That how do organisms reproduce with mode of asexual reproduction. In all this, you all have studied various methods like binary fission, multiple fission, budding, regeneration, fragmentation, etc. etc. So, again today with class 10th biology, chapter 8, how do organisms reproduce, and this is your part 3. We will study one more mode of asexual reproduction, which is very important topic for your board exam. So today your new topic is vegetative propagation. Now let us study first what is vegetative propagation, and afterwards one by one we all will study their methods. Okay? See, again it is an asexual methods of reproduction. What happens in vegetative propagation? New plants are obtained, okay, from the parts of old plants. Means old plants give rise to new plants. New organisms reproduce from the old one. That is called vegetative propagation. Okay, how? Like stem, roots, leaves, without help of any reproductive organs. Why here reproductive organs not helping? Because it is an asexual method of reproduction. So vegetative propagation usually involves the growth and the development of one or also more than one buds present in the old parts of a plant. It means it can reproduce from one bud and as well as from more than one bud. Okay, how it reproduce? It reproduce when any suitable condition is provided. Like what is that suitable condition? Like moisture, warmth also. Okay, so these buds grow in the new form. Okay, and when they grow in the new form, they reproduce in the vegetative way. Then this is a vegetative propagation. Understood? Variety of plants. Okay, variety of plants are grown with help of vegetative propagation, like green plants, like green grass, money plant, potato, and bryophyllum. Clear? So I will show you some pictures of vegetative propagation, and then one by one we will come to the methods of vegetative propagation. Here you can see an example of potato. Okay, in a very clear, I'll explain you. You can see here. See, here is an full mature potato present inside the soil. So these are the old potato tuber planted in a soil. Here you can see some birds. You all know now what are birds. So birds with some roots are coming out. So what is happening? A new potato plant growing from bud itself with a vegetative part. Okay, so with a old part, new plant are obtained. Okay, so here we can see one more example, another new plant growing from second bud. Okay, so these buds are arising from the potato, and the vegetative reproduction occurring in the potato by growing a new potato plant from the bud. So this is a vegetative propagation or reproduction of potato plant from a potato tuber, old one. A new potato plant grows from each bud on the old potato. So in the old potato, as the new bud arises, every time new plant arises. Understood? every time new plant arises. One more example is there, which is a bryophyllum leaf. Here you can see a leaf of bryophyllum, and you can see some small root thread like structure is coming out from the leaf. Okay, these are a plantlets. So here with the plantlets, new organism arising, reproducing. Okay, so now you all have studied about vegetative propagation. One method of vegetative propagation means naturally, without any involvement of human, automatically, naturally, okay, plants grow from the old one. But vegetative propagation can be done artificially also, with help of man also. With human involvement, this vegetative propagation can be done, which is called artificial vegetative propagation or artificial vegetative reproduction. Okay. So, what is artificial vegetative of plant? The process of growing many plants from one plant, from the old plant, okay, by man-made methods. Means variety of methods are used to grow new plant from the old one artificially, is called artificial propagation of plants. A number of variety or methods of artificial propagation of plants are used, where? In agriculture also and in horticulture also. In agriculture and in horticulture. Horticulture means cultivation of fruits and flowers. Understood? So, one by one we all will study methods of artificial propagation of plant. So, till now you all have understood propagation, reproduction, vegetative propagation and artificial propagation. What is different between that? Vegetative propagation means where new plants automatically, naturally arise, reproduce from the old part of the plant. Either it is from leaf, stem and root. And in the artificial propagation, one plant is grown by methods used by man, and which is called artificial propagation. Understood, children? Very easy, very simple. Now, one by one we all will study the variety, the methods of artificial propagation. First, I will explain you with diagram, then we will understand with the text. Okay? Come. See, children, see, here is a diagram. Let me enlarge this diagram to explain you well. You will understood here. Yes, very good. Yes, see, here you can see a proper plant, okay, with soil, root, stem, bud, okay. In this is called artificial propagation cutting, okay. There are three main methods of vegetative propagation. The first one I am explaining is known as cutting. In the procedure of cutting, what happens? A stem is cut, okay, with bud planted in the soil. Means a part of stem is taken, is cut with sharp knife in which buds are present, okay, and the plant which we are choosing should be fresh, okay. There should be no any disease in the plant. Clear? The plant should not be damaged. Understood? Yes. So, what do? We cut the stem with a part of a bud in it, and then what happen? Then we sow that cut part of a stem in the soil, okay, and we see that after some time that stem develop into a roots, then those buds develop into a shoots, okay. This is done by a man-made. This is called artificial propagation. What happened then in the next? In the next we can see a new plant is formed. Here you can see a new plant with proper root, shoot, stem, leaves and flowers. Okay. So, in this procedure what happened? What we have done in this procedure? In this procedure, this is called cutting. This procedure is called cutting. Okay. In this procedure what has done? A cutting is a separated portion of roots, stems or leaves. It is very common method employed for artificial propagation method. Okay. And for example, which type of fruits and vegetables are taken? Sugarcane, rose, grapes, etc. and largely rapidly propagation by stem cutting. In this method, what is the procedure actually? In this method, a cutting of parent plant having some buds on it taken. Then its lower part is buried into a moist soil. Okay, because that plant, that cutting part of stem need nutrients and minerals. After a few days, the cutting develop into a new roots and then grow into a new plants. Understood? Clear? Now the next procedure of artificial propagation is layering. What is the next procedure? Next procedure is a layering. Let me explain you with the diagram. See, here we can see it is a parent plant. Parent plant means mature plant from which we will start the procedure of layering. Mostly in the fruits and in the flowering plant, layering, the procedure of layering occurs. Understood? In this what happened? This you can see here you can see a full mature parent plant. Okay. The stem of a parent plant are very weak. Okay. Means it is that much weak we can lay down it properly. So what happens in this procedure? What happens? The part of a stem, means the part of a stem is laid down into the soil, okay, and covered it with a moist soil, and the upper part, means the shoot part, is left over in the air. Okay, is left over in the air. Clear? Then what happens? This branch is cut later on. When it is cut later on? After a time we see a new roots develop into a part of a stem which was buried in the soil, and we see new plant formed from buried branch. Okay, the branch which was buried in the soil, in that new plant is formed. Okay, then afterward what happened? The plant which is formed newly is cut down and can be grown in the another part, on the another place. Okay, so this is called layering. What it is called? Layering. Now let us study more about layering. See, here you can read about layering. A branch of a plant is pulled towards the ground and a part of it is covered with moist soil, leaving the tip shoot of branch exposed above the ground. After some time, new root develops from the part of branch buried in the soil. The branch is then cut off from parent plant, and the examples are jasmine, lemon, guava, strawberry. Many more are there. Okay. So next, the third procedure. Let us come with the third procedure. See here. The third procedure is very interesting. Okay. Let us come to the interesting part. See, in this procedure, to stem of trees are taken. Okay, 2 stem of trees are taken. Clear? The stem which 2 are taken are chosen like that one part is taken, the lower part or one part is taken with the roots. Okay, and the another part is taken without root, means for one tree with the root and the part of another tree without root, means 2 variety of trees are joined together to give rise to the new one artificially. How it is done? See, the part which is with root is known as stalk. What it is known as? Stalk. Okay, and the part which is without the root, the cut stem of another plant above part is known as skein. Okay, skein and stalk are cutted like that in the slanting way. Here you can see in the diagram with sharp object or knife, stalk and skein are cut in a slanting way, means the cut which is done in the stem is in a slanting way. You can see here in the picture, one slant is like that and the another shape is like that. Then with the cloth or with the nail, the stalk and the skein are joined together very properly. After some time, with the growth tissue, okay, with the growth tissue or a cambium tissue, these tissue stuck together, mixed together, joined together, and they complete one another character of tree, okay, of another organism. So in this procedure, artificially what has done, the 2 characters of trees have been reproduced in one character. Okay, let us study more about grafting. Grafting, it is a method in which the cut stem of 2 different plants, one with roots, other without roots, are joined together in such a way that the 2 stems join and grow as a single plant. Understood? In this, what happened? The new plant will have characteristic of both the original plant, means 2 original plant character will come in one plant. Okay, so the cut stem of plant having roots is called stalk. The cut stem of another plant without root is called skein. Okay, the success of grafting must be depend upon the union of the cambium of skein and stalk, means tissues, how their tissues are developed, how their tissues are strong, and this will be only the result in the organic connection between them. Okay, then what happens? The cut surface which should be held together tightly or wrapped or nail, or as such some other method also in which they are wrapped tightly together. Okay, there are many varieties of fruits and flowers which undergo this procedure. Okay, for example, flowers, bushes, apple, peach, apricot, okay, and breadfruit trees, many varieties of trees and fruits undergoes with this procedure which is called grafting. Okay, now we all have studied about artificial propagation, but what are the advantages of artificial propagation? Means what are the advantages of vegetative propagation? What are example of? The first major advantages, importance of vegetative propagation is that it helps to maintain fixed quality and characteristic of the parent plant. Okay. The second one is take very less time to grow. Okay. The third is, in this procedure we can choose the plant which have more immune, okay, which is more strength, more fresh and more strong, okay, without disease. Means we can say without disease, means we can select stalk or scion or root, shoot, stem, okay, or the procedure of layering. We can choose a particular type of plant which is fresh, strong, more full of nutrient and mineral, more healthy plant and without disease, means the plant is having more immune to disease. Okay. So this is in the artificially vegetative, this is on the hand of man, on the hand of person who is doing this procedure, that what type of plant has to be select for the vegetative reproduction. Understood? And the main thing in this is, in vegetative propagation it would be possible the variety of characteristic in the one plant, means we can choose 2 or 3 another parent plant characteristic to reproduce one variety with the different character. Vegetative reproduction is very useful method of reproduction. Rarely produce flowers, means the flowers which reproduce rarely or find very less can be reproduced by the vegetative reproduction. Again, briefly understood the advantages of vegetative propagation. Advantages, the first advantage is, in this method the quality, okay, and the characteristic features of a parent plant are maintained as it is in it naturally, and the same quality, the same characteristic will go to the reproductive part during the vegetative propagation. In this procedure less time is taken to grow plant. Okay. The another one is, the plant which is chosen for the vegetative reproduction can be chosen with high quality character and with which is having a high immune to disease. Okay. The another thing, with during the vegetative propagation it is possible to develop new varieties with useful characters, means from 2 parents new varieties can be grown, many new varieties can be grown. The flowers and the fruits which are rarely produced, okay, or seasonal, some flowers and some fruits are those they only get very few in season only. So in this method can be grown throughout and we can get variety and numbers of flowers and fruits due by the vegetative reproduction. So it is very easy topic, okay, vegetative propagation and also artificial vegetative propagation. So let us come now with some written work. Children, till now the written work which you have done in your fair register, first you all have done all question answers text and in text from your first lesson, which is life process. Okay. Now you all have done all those question answers with all diagram. Diagram are very important. Okay. The diagram which I have given you for the file, all those diagrams you have to do in your fair register also. Okay. This all you know, I have explained you previous. And the second work, second written work which you have done in your fair register is revision question. I have given 30 revision questions during your exams when there was PT1. At the time of PT1 I have given you 30 questions. Those all 30 questions I hope so you all have done in your fair register. And now this is the third written work which you have to do in your fair register. You all have to make notes from the following questions. Okay. So, all questions should be done in fair register. Okay. So, what question you have to do? Define, the question 1 is define the following modes of asexual reproduction with diagram and 2 examples of each. Means you have to explain it in your words that what is fission, what is budding, spore formation, regeneration, fragmentation, and also you have to give any 2 examples of each. Okay. So, define the following modes of asexual reproduction with diagram. With each you have to make diagram also, very important, well labeled, nice, neat diagram. So, the first is fission, in which you have to explain binary and multiple both. Second is budding, in this you have to explain about yeast and hydra. Okay, budding in yeast and also budding in hydra. Then spore formation, regeneration, fragmentation. All this you have to explain in words, make diagram and give 2 examples. Okay. Question number 2 is what do you mean by asexual modes of reproduction? You have to explain it with definition. So, you all are clear with vegetative propagation and also your written work which you have to do in your fair register. So, again we will meet soon with new topic. Sai Ram and have a nice time all of you.